Welcome back, Truth Seeker. February 20th, 2019. Missed the radio broadcast this evening, so I'll make up for it by covering the top headlines. We'll start with Zion Williamson's fake injury in the Duke versus North Carolina basketball game. If you didn't hear, there were record ticket prices for this game. Tickets going for $2,500 and more. And everyone wanted to see this man, Zion Williamson, one of the biggest attractions in sports, destined for the NBA, likely the New York Knicks. And in the opening minute of the game, he goes down with a fake injury, showing he's up for the part of professional sports, which is a bunch of overpaid actors, faking injuries, faking emotion, pretending like they care, selling out their fans game after game. And if you doubt that Zion Williamson's injury is fake, I'm going to prove it to you. And prove to you that this stunt of his foot coming out of the shoe, which led to the slip and the injury, was all part of a planned stunt by the numbers. Again, all of collegiate and professional sports that has Vegas money on it is rigged by this code. The code of letters and numbers and dates. The code that's known as Gematria, which comes from Kabbalah. So notice the gematria of shoe. The numbers are 47, 20, 61, 16. His shoe tore, his foot came through, he slipped, injured, out for the game, opening minute, and lo and behold, people paid thousands of dollars to watch him play in this game. So, the way this works, shoe equals 47 with the alphabetic order. S is the 19th letter, H is the 8th, O is the 15th, E is the 5th. The next cipher is the alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So instead of S counting as 19, you take the numerology of 19, which is 1. 19 breaks down to 1 plus 9 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. You make each letter a single-digit number, you add. Shoe is 20. The next cipher is the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. Or excuse me, just the reverse alphabetic order. Z is 1, back to A is 26. And the last cipher is the reverse alphabetic order with the rules of numerology. So look, all four of these methods matter. Today's date has 61 and 16 numerology, covering 2 of the values of shoe. It's also the 20th, covering 3 values. As for the 47, the opponent Tar Heels equals 47. And from today to the championship for March Madness is 47 days later. And bet your bottom dollar this riddle right here is going to factor in. So, what else is going on here? Duke came into this game tonight with 111 wins against North Carolina. Well, all year that's been the number. Well, for all time that's been Duke's number, especially this year with Zion Lateef Williamson. Durham, North Carolina, where Duke plays, equals 111. Blue Devils equals 111. Zion Lateef Williamson equals 111. Earlier this year, Duke became 11-1 in New York, beating Texas Tech in Madison Square Garden. 11-1, like 111, New York equals 111. Tonight, they came into this game with a record of 11-1 in the ACC. With the loss tonight, they're going to be 11-2. And look at what the word Zionist equals. 112, like Judaism, like theater. Understand. This code comes from Jewish Kabbalah. It's no secret who owns the casinos, who owns the bank, who owns the media, who owns the athletes. Next year when Zion Williamson's shaking the hand of Adam Silver, you just remember this Hollywood acting performance right here. And then in a few years when he's also in Hollywood movies like LeBron and Kyrie Irving and other athletes, you just remember who runs Hollywood too. The same people who do everything by this code and have all their puppets carry out their rituals by this code. So speaking of Hollywood puppets, here's Jussie Smollett, the latest detail in this ongoing hoax by the numbers, which we called out from day one. Understand it's not Jussie Smollett who's responsible for any of this. It's Jussie Smollett playing his part as the actor, helping shame black men in Black History Month. But the latest is he's been charged with a felony for disorderly conduct. And here's why. This story began January 29th. Today's February 20th, the 23rd day of the story. 83 is the 23rd prime. Jussie's 83, so is disorderly conduct. 83, the 23rd prime. On the 23rd day, you get this detail. News by the numbers. How about this story? The Chris Watts murder story in Colorado from this past summer, August 2018. We get the latest detail. It's more news by the numbers, and seemingly it's to help sell security cameras for people's homes. So more people can go out and sign up for those doorbell cameras so there can be a camera covering every inch of this earth. Look at this. We've been covering how the entire Chris Watts story, who murdered his wife, Shanann, with the bizarre spelling Watts by the numbers, how every inch of this story moves by the code. Today has date numerology of 41. Chris Watts equals 41. By the way, so does Duke, as in Zion Williamson Duke. But anyway, Chris Watts 41. The murder was August 13th. From August 13th to today is 191 days later. 191's the 43rd prime number. Look at how doorbell and Colorado overlap. She was last seen on the doorbell camera. You see how it's a perfect overlap in all four ciphers? 191's the 43rd prime, doorbell and Colorado 43. By the way, killing is 43 in this cipher. With regards to the 83, murder's 83, the name Watts is 83. As we covered earlier this year, Chris Watts pled guilty November 6, 2018. He was charged with murder August 16th, 3 days after the supposed murder, meaning he pled guilty to murder 83 days from the charge. Murder by Numbers, the song, came out in the year 1983. Could it be any more perfect? Notice Chris Watts is 41 and 67 like Killer. Coming back to this, 6 months and 7 days also from the killing. You see that? Chris Watts, Killer, 67. And for one last story, a Coast Guard officer allegedly wanted to conduct a mass killing against CNN news anchors and Democratic politicians. Today's the 51st day of the year. Federal's 51, so is conspiracy, so is mass shooting. Today's date has 61 numerology. News equals 61. The killer's name is in 3 parts. As always, Christopher Paul Hassan, 49 years old. Washington equals 49. He wanted to attack the federal government. But also with regards to 49, Scottish equals 49. So does America, a nation founded by Scottish Rite Freemasons. Scottish Rite has their headquarters in Washington, D.C. Of course, George Washington, a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Freemason. Anyway, Scottish also equals 113. And look at the killer's full name, Christopher Paul Hassan, 113. Don't forget that's the number from the Talmud. Bava Kama 113a says it's okay for somebody who's Jewish to lie to somebody who isn't, as long as it's in a legal setting. Mainstream equals 113, dishonest 113, not true 113, fiction 113, bullshit 113. And if you've read my book, you know the rest of the 113 list. A whole lot of things that have to do with deception are 113. Of course, the Democrats are already talking about using a national emergency to declare gun control. So this is just politics by the numbers, political theater by the numbers, more tragedies by the numbers, meant to sell more security devices by the numbers, and of course, more rigged sports by the numbers. So for all of you guys who coughed up the 2,500 plus to watch Zion Williamson tonight, just understand, you just got played by the real devils of this earth, the synagogue of Satan, the false ones. Pro and college sports, they're all fixed by the code. If you're new to this work, you better catch up. We've been calling championships, college and pro, even the scores, and more by the numbers for too many years for you not to know about this at this point. We'll leave it there, Truth Seeker. Until next time.